Got a couple of rhinos being correct for once in their worthless lives. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey, who is less reliable by the day, and hopefully she just decides to retire at the end of her term and just, spend out the remaining 6 months of her life or however long she's gonna. I don't know. She's an old lady and she should just fucking move it along already. But she signed into law, a bill to eliminate the permit to require carrying pistols. So constitutional carry is alive and well in Alabama. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey on Thursday signed a constitutional carry bill into law that allows permitless concealed carry in the Yellowhammer State. Round of applause. I think this is a wonderful idea. I'm not being sarcastic at all. Shall not be infringed. Alabama House Bill 272, also known as Constitutional Carry Bill, eliminates certain restrictions on concealed carry of pistols and transporting a handgun in a private vehicle. The bill also establishes a $5 million fund to offset the revenue loss of local governments. Oh man, you can't regulate and you can't just, soak people for permits year after year after year. That's tough. The bill was sponsored by State Representative Shane Stringer and co-sponsored by 37 other Republicans in the State House. I bet you there's like 40 seats in the House. Anyways, the new law will go into effect January 1st when Alabama, that's a long time away, but whatever, will become the 22nd constitutional carry state. But we know who the 23rd is. Unlike states who are doing everything in their power to make it harder for law-abiding citizens, Alabama is reaffirming our commitment to defending our Second Amendment rights, she said in a statement. Kay Ivey, this is, by the way. I have always stood up for the rights of law-abiding gun owners. Unless, of course, they want the freedom of choice when it comes to what they have to wear on their face or not, then you're a little bit weak-kneed on things. But, like I said, broken clock, right twice a day. I am proud to do that again today. Supporters of the bill said it would help citizens protect themselves. Yeah, exactly. As law enforcement is being defunded and criminals aren't being prosecuted. Not necessarily in Alabama, but I get the point. It is more important than ever to be a law-abiding American right to protect themselves, their loved ones, and their homes is a fully recognized. Actually, the amount that you can use your firearm to protect your home is fairly limited, and I still wouldn't recommend it. But this comes from the NRA, who are too weak-kneed to do anything when it comes to, standing up against the ridiculous prosecution against gun manufacturers. But hey, if you guys want to go ahead and you want to fucking grandstand on Twitter, be my guest. Law enforcement agencies hold differentiated views on the new law. Alabama Political Reporter reported during a February hearing about the bill, a Leeds Police Department chief, Paul Irwin, warned that elimination of the permit requirement will allow more illegal guns on the street. Actually, if you don't require permits, the guns that are on the street no longer illegal. So you're just simple, are you carrying a gun? And then you can just slap somebody with a felony and fucking throw them away. You can't do that anymore, you stunned ass. However, Cullman County Sheriff, I always side with the sheriff because it's far cooler to be a sheriff than it is to just be a constable. Matt Gentry said he supports the bill because even a loaded AR-15 can be carried anywhere in Alabama without a permit. So they have open carry, but it was illegal for them to have concealed carry. Okay, well at least that's not the case as of January 1st. So don't just be thinking that you can be running around with your fucking Sig Sauer and your fucking holster. You gotta wait basically a year before you can do that. But like I said, we know the 23rd state, and it came from one of the biggest rhinos out there, which is good, and it's weird to be heaping any praise on these fucking weirdos, but here we are. Strange bedfellows. Ohio Governor DeWine signs bill to eliminate permit mandate for concealed carry. Constitutional carry is alive and well in the North as well. Not just one of those goddamn dirty redneck things. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine on Monday signed into law a constitutional carry bill that allows permitless concealed carry in the state. The bill, Senate Bill 215, dubbed constitutional carry, that's what it is, by its backers, was introduced by State Senator Terry Johnson, a Republican from southern Ohio's Saucedo County. It will allow anyone aged 21 and above who is legally able to possess a weapon to carry a concealed gun without a permit or training. Good. I defer your right to exercise every single one of your rights until you prove that you are not capable of doing so. Measure also removes a requirement for gun owners to notify police if stopped if they are armed, although they must inform police officers if asked. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And that's always good practice if you do go to firearms training, just to set everybody at ease, especially if you're getting pulled over in your car. Just say that you're armed and don't make any hasty movements once you say that you're armed or not, just to say where it's holstered and how you would like to proceed with the officer. That's always best course of action, so do that at your own risk, I guess. The measure was passed by Ohio's legislature earlier this month, and a spokesperson for the Republican, in name only, governor had hinted that DeWine would likely sign it into law. Governor DeWine has long supported the Second Amendment right of law-abiding citizens to keep and bear arms. But not totally bear arms, by the way. He wants needles in every single one of them, and he'll run a stupid lottery to make that happen. Spokesperson Dan Tierney said at the time, this is a day that will go down in history, Buckeye Firearms Association Director Deem Arayak said in a statement. This is a great moment for Ohio and those who wish to more fully exercise their constitutional right to keep and bear arms. It's not the NRA, it's a local agency. Much more support for them. Don't know them from a hole in the wall. One that you just recently put in there with your new concealed carry handgun. A measure is one of several GOP-backed proposals in recent years seeking to expand gun rights in Ohio. Johnson said it eliminates a discrepancy in Ohio law that currently allows people to openly carry a gun. So you have open carry, but you don't have constitutional carry. Again, all of that just seems weird. You can open carry like a long gun. You can open carry those big scary black rifles, but when it comes to, I don't know, strapping up in a holster, that's illegal. Oh, fucking weird, dude. Well, not anymore, at least. The measure doesn't prevent anyone from obtaining a license for carrying a concealed handgun in the state if they wish to do so. If you have too much money in your pockets and you think that just burning it is illegal, which it is, but if you just can't bring yourself to do that, go and buy a concealed carry permit, even though it's now your God-given right once again. Buckeye Firearms Association said 21 other states allow people to carry a concealed weapon without a license. Well, actually, it's 23 now because Alabama and now you guys. Gun control groups such as Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America oppose it. Of course, whenever I see moms oppose anything, those yappy bags should just not oppose birth control so that you wouldn't be moms for anything. As did law enforcement groups concerned about the legislation's lack of required training. We need more bureaucracy, god damn it. State law previously required 8 hours of training. An 8-hour training seminar. Listen, I've done a bunch of stupid 8-hour training courses. I've gone through first aid a handful of times, okay? I've gone through H2S training, confined space training, scuba diving training. Oh my god, I can't even remember the amount of training I've done, little 8-hour increments. And you know what's even worse than that? I can't even tell you what I would have learned in most of that stuff. Like, I have a lifelong scuba certification, but fuck me if I would actually go out there, because I got that right in 10th or 11th grade or something like that. I'm a man of a certain age at this point, so I wouldn't be strapping an oxygen tank on my back without doing at least a little bit of a refresher right now. So if you think that you just need to have 8 hours of training before you can carry a firearm, if you think that's going to do you any fucking good, you're out of your tree and you're just trying to stump for more red tape. But yeah, no, they originally required 8 hours of training, 2 hours at a gun range firing a weapon, which if you're going to carry the gun, okay, you should probably fire it as well. So I'm sure that that's probably something that's going to be, done not long after you get it. Anyways, hopefully at a range and not in downtown somewhere or another. Background checks and applications through the local sheriff to obtain a permit to carry a concealed weapon. Still, to buy the gun, you have to go through a background check. So why do you want another background check for a permit? It doesn't really make much sense. State law the Ohio Democratic Party, was fucking reeing and complaining. You can hear him off in the distance, even here in northern Alberta. Accused the governor of caving to special interest groups and extremists. Okay. Saying the measure will make all Buckeyes less safe. Sure. Last year, Ohio sheriff issued 202,920 new or renewed concealed carry licenses, a 20% increase over 2020. The Ohio Attorney General's office said sheriffs denied licenses for 2,668 applicants who didn't meet state mandated requirements and revoked 420 licenses for such things as felony convictions and mental incompetence. Oh my God, and guess what? That would still be the case. If you commit a felony, you lose your gun rights. Okay, you also lose your voting rights and several other constitutionally enshrined rights as well. And if you violate that, yeah, okay. Should you have a path in order to recover those rights? Of course, especially if they're non-violent. I don't see why that should be long-term punishment, especially after you've paid your debt to society. But besides that, and besides all that stuff, people who commit crimes, which the Democrats aren't telling you, surprise, are normally the people who don't go through the proper channels of acquiring a gun from a gun store, okay, going through all the proper background checks, getting all the proper permitting and all the proper training. They're the ones going out there firing their fucking Glocks from the side and just pulling the trigger all willy-nilly. Hate to burst your bubble on that one, but I guess it's hard to make those observations from your gated communities. My mistake. So, the new states joining the cause, of course, Alabama, previously mentioned, Iowa, Tennessee, Texas, and Wyoming have also passed permitless carry laws. Hope to see more states join it because the Second Amendment, for a reason, shall not be infringed. And you like to see the good guys win on instances like this every once in a while. But with all of that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I should follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.